couple of things I've learned from rewatching the previous videos is I'm not very good at filming stuff. I really need to get better at that, and I will do my best. I've upgraded my kit a little bit. I've bought another camera, Insta360 Ace Pro, so hopefully we can start using that. At the moment I'm still using my phone, and we've got to improve the lighting in this garage. Number one, so that I can see what I'm doing, and number two, so that when I video something, at least you can see it as well. So I've bought some big solar panels, EcoFlow solar panels. I'll show you those in a little bit. Today we're going to install those, so it's not about the bike today. It's about me trying to do a bit better and installing these solar panels. So let's crack on with that. Right, because my shed is an old shed, it was here long before I moved in, and it's got an asbestos roof. I didn't want to drill through the roof and sort of disturb the asbestos, because I've been told that's not very good for you. So decided I was going to glue it to the roof, but I didn't want to glue the actual metal brackets to the roof, because I might want to reuse those if I ever use them, or move them rather. So I made some wooden blocks. This also allows me to put the solar panels at a bit more of an angle. I reckon 20 degrees is optimal. I've got southwest facing, so that should be good. So these, where's my other one? Worked out lovely. This one, not so fucking much. So I'm gonna have to remake that one, but what I thought was I'll get the first panel on the roof, because I'm using the glue. While that sets, I can be making another one of these and we'll crack on. But there we go. Okay, there's my solar panel. We'll get that out, light on the floor, get the brackets attached, and then we'll see how it looks on the roof. These are by a company called EcoWorthy. Saw somebody else using them online. They look pretty good. They're 120 watts each, so I've got two panels, 240 watts in total, which should be enough to at least keep some lights running, and maybe a few other bits and pieces. Right then, so unlike the other panel that I've already attached these brackets to, I've done it wrong. So, like the fucktard that I normally am, I don't bother reading the instructions. I don't need instructions. What it actually says is you need a flat washer, that'd be that one, and a locking washer. So I didn't put those on the other panel, but fortunately I read the instructions before I did this one, so we can get this one right. So there we go. There's our brackets fitted. Hopefully my measurements were correct and these will fit nicely on the roof. Time to find out. Right then, that's both panels with the brackets on. All we've got to now is figure out how to wire them up. I might need to do that before I stick them down, so we'll have a look at the diagram, read the instructions this time, get them put up. So there we go, both panels roughly in position, and I sort the wires out. So my understanding is that these connections can only go one way. We've got to wire the panels in parallel, and that's what it says, so just dump that there. Like I say, hopefully this is a bit idiot proof, which will be perfect for me. Like I said, I didn't want to stick these down yet. I need to pull these connectors out if we can get to them. So That should be white. These two under here. You bugger. So, one from each one. Onto there. That one. Into there. And then last but by no means least, this one should go into there. I think what we'll do, we'll put both of those under that one if we can, to keep them out of the weather. Can we get these any closer? Yeah. Okay, I think we're good with that. Right, before I thought I'll stick everything down up on the roof, positive and negative, I just hope that the polarity is correct, that it is idiot proof and I've connected everything up correctly. So I've got my multimeter. Let's have a little look, make sure we're getting positive voltage. Right then, let's turn our meter on. Yeah, maximum 200 volts. Can we see that? Yes, we can. So, positive to positive, negative to negative, nearly 24 volts. Superb. Well, that's it. I just need to stick those down now, and I think I'm done for the day. Okay, what I'm using is, get it the right way up, Sticksall. I did order, thought I'd ordered black, but I've ordered white, but nobody's going to see it up here, are they? So who cares really? As long as it sticks them down and they don't blow off in a high wind, I'll be happy. So let's crack on, get these stuck down. So there we go, wires are in, job's done, solar panels are glued to the roof. That's about it for today, I think. Next will be the battery box and the control unit, which I think are going to go there. And then I can feed my lights off that. So that's it for today. If you have suffered through this, thank you very much. Hopefully I've done a better job, and see you next time. Okay then, welcome to day 2 of Operation Solar Panel. Today is battery box, which I've already made. And what I'm going to film for you now is wiring it up. Hopefully this is the way it's going to work. We have our solar panels, which connect through to our control unit. This is very simple. So we have our positive and negative feed going into there. From there we come out to our battery. From our battery to our fuse box. I don't know how to draw a fuse. But in between the battery and our fuse box, the suggestion is to put bigger fuse. Then from our fuse box, no artist. To our lights. Hopefully that's the way it's going to work. So let's see how we get on. Okay then, here's our battery box. Basic layout is going to be battery, controller, fuse box, and then I'm going to install 3 switches. So I'm probably going to have 2 sets of lights, and then the additional one's just there, just in case I need it. It's already in place. At least in here, I can hopefully hide most of the wires, but hopefully they'll be, oh, and our fuse. So we should look something like that, or maybe something like that. Right then, let's make a start. Okay, so unfortunately I lost all the footage of me building the fuse box, or the box for all these bits and pieces. But there we go, there's everything in there. So we've got control unit, fuse box, inline fuse, and battery in the bottom. Off there we've got our wires coming out all the way up and round to our lights, so we can now work later in the evening, which is lovely, and it's all free.